So this is what I look like with no makeup on, no brows, and we're gonna do this look: brows, highlight, contour, lips. So yeah, this is what I wear pretty much every day. So we're gonna start off with the MAC Prep and Prime powder, primer, which is in Skin Base Visage, and the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. I mixed these two together because I really think they work to keep me matte. My foundation is the MAC Full Coverage Foundation in NW40, and you can get this only at a pro store, so find a local pro store near you to get those. They're like the paint pots for your eyebrows, the concealer. And I'm using the Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC, and then I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit in medium. And I pretty much contour my face like you see in the diagrams, but I already have a chisel face, so we're gonna just chisel it up. So, because when you put the foundation on, it kind of takes all your features away. So I'm just pretty much putting them back. I like to use the banana color for my highlight and ash brown for my contour. I have one of the new beauty blenders in Nude because I find that the pink ones get really ugly. No matter how much you wash them, they don't always turn right back pink. They still be a little off. So I find that the Nude one just makes it look a little better. And I just use the soap that they provide. Well, they offer you to buy at Sephora to actually clean all your beauty blender products. And I love it. I like to use the beauty blender, to actually put my banana powder on. This is the Nye Banana Powder, the luxurious banana powder everybody loves. I like the Anastasia banana, however, it's not finely ground like this is, so this actually seeps into the highlight color and stays. So when it actually cures or bakes, as you will, it still looks like your face is just flawless. So I'm using a pencil from MAC and spiked to carve out my eyebrows. And this took, the brows are the kind of like the most important thing other than your contour and highlight because they pretty much frame your face. So if you do not get your eyebrows right, then your makeup is gonna fall flat. And it's a give or take. It depends. For me, I don't know what it is, and I think we all have these, eyebrow issues because, your eyebrows are sisters, never twins, but they don't always look the same. So on my tail piece, I like to use a darker color, which is my NYX, or this actually might be Urban Decay pencil, and Black Bean. So if it's NYX, it's Black Bean. If it's Urban Decay, I don't recall what it is. And I take it and I just blend the colors together. So the brown color I use from the spiked, and then I use the black color on the ends to define the tail piece. And you'll see why in a second once I actually start to conceal up under my eyebrows to define them. You'll see why I decided to do this. When drawing my eyebrows on, I tend to draw them on a little sloppy and try to get the gist of the shape. It does not have to be perfect because you can go back and always clean it up. But sometimes when you try to make it super duper perfect, you end up having to keep putting more and more pencil on to try to get it to have this. Well, at least for me, I will say that. So as you can see, that one is thicker than the other, but later on I'm actually going to fix that. So I'm using my concealer that is in NC42 to conceal up underneath my eyebrows. And as you watch here, you'll see that all the extra mistakes I made is fine because it gives me this nice sharp point at the end. So it looks like that I went and had a nice wax when actually I really didn't. Only thing I did was conceal my eyebrows. So if you look at what I look like in the beginning with them little ticks I call eyebrows, my eyebrows just growing very sparse and they don't grow in very full, so I pretty much shave them down so I can draw in whatever shape I want to so they can look exactly like I would want them to. So pretty much here is I'm going to go in with the other eyebrow and conceal it like I did that one. As you can see, there's a big difference. And I like my eyebrows to be kind of not straight across. I like the arch, but I like them to have kind of a longer look. I'm not really a big fan of a super arch just because my face is kind of round. I don't really like, it's like Brandy's eyebrows, kind of like hers. I like her shape because she has more of a flatter face. And I'm kind of similar like that. Like I have a big face, let's just say that. And then here, as you see, I'm going in, I'm just cleaning up and kind of wherever there are gaps, I'm putting it back in. And I noticed that this eyebrow had less of an arch than that one, so I'm trying to match it. And here, I usually don't do this. I used to back in the day, and I stopped doing it concealing the top part, because I find that it's just sometimes it does give you the halo no matter how much you blend it out. So to avoid that, I only do the bottom, but today I actually had to do the top because I had to fix it. And I take my spoolie, which is I think this one is from my Sonia Kashuk. Most of these brushes are my Sonia Kashuk brushes and my e.l.f. brushes. And you just take it and you pull the color to the front. So it's going to give you this nice gradient, like you have these nice tweezed brows and they're still a little bushy in the front, so they look natural. You don't want to leave that nice, well, not nice, that harsh line in the beginning because it looks terrible. So I'm going to take my favorite palette in the world, which is my Naked 3 palette from Urban Decay, as well as the original Urban Decay Primer Potion. And I'm going to put it on my eyelids just to prime them a little bit because I'm going to do a natural color. I don't want it to look crazy. I don't want nothing. I want it subtle. I want it to be a soft color with a little dimension. And here is where I went back in because I didn't like it. And I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's like a double-sided brush. One has a flat head on the other side and the other side has a spoolie. And I got that from Sephora. So the first color that I'm going to use is called Nude. And it's just this nice opaque pinkish color. And it always serves for me as a good base. I just started using it probably like later last year because I've had this the same palette I had since my last damn tutorial. So you know how much I don't do my makeup. But I'm going to take the color in Blackheart, which is a glittery black color, and I'm going to put it in my crease color. Now, I remember when I first did this, I was still very new to makeup. Again, these are my Sonia Kashuk brushes. This is the tapered eyeshadow brush. And I just pretty much blend the color out, and I'm going to keep deepening it until it's actually as deep as I want. But because my eyes are very small, I always tend to do more of a dramatic eye, even if it is a subtle, just because I feel like if I don't, my face just looks very, very, very bland. No matter how much contour and highlighting I actually do, it just doesn't look very nice. So yeah, I'm just taking that Blackheart and blending it out with that Nude color so it has this nice gradient and it's creating a darker color in my crease area. I think I was in the Black's first album and I was really feeling nostalgic. And then I took, for my highlight, it's actually my brow color is called Strange, is what I use. And then I went ahead and took my finger and dipped it in a color called Buzz. And it's actually a glitter color very close to Nude. And I just patted it right on top of that just to give it a little glitter because the Blackheart has some glitter in it too. So I wanted to have a bit of a, you know. So anyway, my liner is the Tarteist clay liner. I think that's how you say it. And usually you guys know I'm not really one for like doing liner myself because I find that they dry out and I really don't like them. And you guys know I'm a big fan of the Kat Von D liner, and I forgot, I think it's called Troop. And I do use that still, but I'm trying to wing myself off of that to kind of get comfortable in using the actual liquid liner. And well, clay liner, however you want to put it. This is actually very well formulated. The brush actually came with the liner itself, the clay itself, and it comes in this little tube so it doesn't dry your product out. My Anastasia Beverly Hills, that shit it dried out on me. And you put a little oil in it, it do come back, but that ain't the point. But yeah, this actually works very well. I did a simple liner. I didn't want it too thick, and I kind of made it go out towards my face versus up, like more so a cat eye, just because I wanted my face to look a little pulled but not crazy, because again, we're supposed to look natural but we still got makeup, you know, we don't want to look crazy. Even if I was doing like a black smoky eye, then I would have done it a little more dramatic, but you see it kind of pulls my face up and it matches my eyes to my cheekbones. So I'm taking that Blackheart color again and putting it on my lash line. I'm stopped using eyeliner as much, just because I wanted to try something different. And I find that when I do looks like this, it's better that I don't use eyeliner and just use the eyeshadow up under my brow bone. My lash line. And then here I'm just dusting off my banana powder. And you see how nice and crisp my face look now? It looks all mattified and nice and sexy. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, the powder one, and I took like a dome brush and contour my nose just a little bit more. So I'm taking some more of that MAC mineralized skin finish in dark and just going over, and it's bringing back my color. So I'm still highlighted and contoured, but I still look like myself. I don't look like a clay mess. Now this stuff is the Urban Decay Naked Illuminator, and you can't really tell on this camera because my other camera is having like shutter situations, so I couldn't use it, but in person you can tell it gives you this nice pretty. I'm about to go, as soon as I finish this video, y'all, I'm going back to Sephora because I need the other two that they sell, but this one is in lit, so it's more like a golden, it reminds you kind of Max Gold Deposit. That's the best example I could give you. And I went back and I think I took Nooner and just contoured my nose with it, which I just wanted it to be a little more dramatic because I feel like my nose was still looking a little too big, so you know, the more the merrier. And then I just went ahead and blended it out so it just didn't look so obvious. And then I took my NARS Albatross, which I swear by, thanks to your Monet. And I just used this to add a little more sheen and a little more glowiness to my face. So this is Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I have two. I have one in the like travel sample size, and I have the big one that's in my hand. I find that the smaller one works better on my natural lashes because the brush is smaller, and I use it sometimes on my bottom lashes, which I didn't put none on today. And then I like to use the bigger one when I'm doing falsies. And then I'm using MAC's Chestnut for my lips, which is like Aaliyah's favorite. So that's a tip I got from Aaliyah, and she don't know. God rest her soul. And I line my lips with this, and then I take my Nude Beige from YSL, which is one of the moisture shines, and Kat Von D's Noble, and I mesh these together to kind of give me that gradient ombre lip that I love oh so much since the 90s is making a hell of a comeback. And then I just use this Kat Von D to put on top of it. It, you know, intensifies the color, but it also mattifies my lips. I didn't do this on camera, but I use these lashes, which are from LuxeryLashes, and these are the Mink Fluff crisscross ones. A little bit more noble on the lips, and a little bit more of that good old dark mineralized skin finish, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. A list of detailed products will be in the description bar. Thanks.